The election of the male representative to the Judicial Service Commission by members of the Law Society of Kenya kicked off Thursday morning at law court buildings countrywide. At the Nairobi's Milimani High Court buildings, the voting, which was supervised by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, went smoothly, with lawyers turning up in numbers to cast their ballots.
Today's election for the lawyers and the entire public is very fundamental. It will mean that we'll either continue having an independent, bold and assertive judiciary, or we'll have a weak, controlled judiciary. The last 5 years have shown tremendous development in those areas that I've just mentioned. But the last few months have indicated a determined effort by state players and other private entities to ensure that the judiciary is not as independent as it ought to be.
The position, which is viewed by many to have influence in the country's politics, attracted 3 candidates, including senior counsel Professor Tom Ojienda, whose term in the JSC ended in 6th April this year.
Every executive will want to interfere with the judiciary. That's normal, because about power here, it's about control. And every executive would want to have control of parliament. They want to have control of the judiciary. It's a question of how the women and men who sit on in those institutions handle the pressure from the outside.
Others are former IPOA chair Macharia Njeru and lawyer Charles Ongoto.
If you yourself, you've been involved in bribing voters, you know how much you spend if you call 100 or 300 lawyers to Hilton Hotel, to 6-8 Hotel, and they are not explaining where they are getting these millions that they are giving lawyers and bribing lawyers. In fact, in this election, if I don't win, then we are lost.
I think lawyers are informed and independent enough to make a decision. So I don't take seriously those claims of bribery.
Of course, whoever advocates feel is the best candidate to represent their interests will be the victor. We just hope that for the rest of the day, it can be a smooth process, it can be peaceful, and then we close it, in a nice way.
Some of the candidates, including Gathi Irungu, withdrew from the race, citing regional balance as one of the reasons. With Nairobi being the biggest voting bloc, the candidate who gets the majority of the votes stands a chance of winning in the election. However, courts continued to operate normally, even as the exercise went on outside the court buildings. By 7 p.m., the counting of votes had already started at the LSK Secretariat in Lavington, which is the main tallying center. Ben Chumba reporting for Channel 1 News Hour.